How's it going, my lovely dead disciples? Oh, sorry about that. I am the Shadow Reaper, and today we're going to be continuing our Dragon Age Inquisition Let's Play. So earlier I did have a video of the same thing that I'm going to be doing in this video, but couldn't hear the characters, and I discovered that the reason for that was because apparently OBS turned off the desktop audio completely. I don't remember setting it that way, but apparently that's what it decided.
Word for you.
Fine, report.
What is it?
Could prove useful, sir.
Is it more of that? Oh, mining equipment. Oh, okay. Well, luckily I have all the things I need for that, so I can hand that requisition in right now. But anyway, we are in the Forbidden Oasis, and in the last episode, we were just looking for someone's wedding ring, and we wanted to discover the secrets of the shards, to which, off camera, I found all of them in this place, and damn were they in such hard-to-reach locations, or just really difficult to find in general, so you probably would not want to watch me spend an entire episode looking for just those 15 shards all across this map. But we are going to be, we are going to go ahead and we're gonna get, oh wait, hold on. We still want to keep Varric, but we're gonna bring Solus and we're gonna bring Iron Bull, and it is specifically for what we are about to do. So Solus, you haven't leveled up, as I just realized, so let's go ahead and fix that, shall we? Rift Magic. Ooh, let's take a look at some of those. Veil Strike. You recreate your own fist from the essence of the Fade and smash nearby foes to the ground. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. It's Stone Fist. You summon a boulder from the Fade and smash it to your target, sending them flying. Okay. Punching down, you cast Veil Strike more easily, and the blow weakens your enemies, causing them to do less damage. Wounded Veil. Veil Strike can only be used at your location, but the cooldown is reduced whenever you take damage. I'm gonna do Punching Down. And, Shatterstone. Is that supposed to be meant for me? The boulder summoned by Stonefist now explodes on impact, weakening and staggering nearby enemies. Unblockable force. Stonefist now deals additional damage against enemies with guard. I have to get Shatterstone. I have to. You guys realize that that is exactly what I need. I mean, you have to realize that's exactly what they're going for. So anyway, yes, I did spend a lot of time just to be able to get all of the shards within the vicinity of this realm, and also to get a bunch of landmarks. Not all of them, unfortunately, because they're really difficult to just... the last one is just really difficult to reach. It's this one over here. I can't reach it. I can't figure out how to reach it, because every time I try to find a way to get to it, it's just like the invisible wall prevents me from getting there, so I don't know how I could reach this part of the map. Maybe I might find a way, maybe I won't, but, you know, we'll just go ahead and do the more important thing, which is to go ahead and enter the unknown temple, which I do know how it already works. Unfortunately, it does not necessarily give me what I thought it was, but it does make me more powerful. It does make me more powerful, which can be a way to assist me in my quest for divinity. Which, of course, I deserve 100%, but let's go ahead and read the inscriptions anyway. Tracing from the temple doors. An inscription taken at the temple doors in the Forbidden Oasis, followed by a translation. Writing is shaky and uneven, as though the writer labored to complete the task. Emma solis himvardinan telgaras solasan. Milana and Afim las enaste. Arrogance become our end, come not to prideful place. Now let humility grant favor. Okay, so, are we not going to talk about the fact that that word seems to be Solus's name, and it also probably translates to arrogance or prideful? I'm starting to wonder if maybe that might just explain a few things. Now, as for my own pride and humility, I'm like, what are you talking about? Pride is...
Something feels wrong here.
Oh, hello, little
It's worse
crow.
by the door.
There's a
Are
crow
we
resting
sure this
on a
is a
nearby,
good idea?
ledge. Yes, it is a very good idea, Vark. Do you not understand the importance of my elvenness to be able to explore ancient elven temples so that I may work to my way of being elven divinity? Shame on you, Vark. Shame on you. Okay, so I needed shards to open this door. The Temple of Pride. Now, I'll have you know,
The
I am...
feeling at the door. It's gone now. I believe it was a magical ward of sorts. A warning or a test.
Explains why the miners left this place alone.
Yes, that's it. But I'll have you know, I am not an arrogant, prideful asshole, you cheeky little fuck. Hold on, I kind of want to just, There we go. That will keep the sun from getting into my eyes and also getting on the screen so that I can properly see what's going on. Anyway, I am not arrogant or prideful. I just happen to know what it is that I deserve is all. Which is godhood. I absolutely deserve it. Why would anyone think I don't deserve it? That's just rude.
Excellent. The wards are functioning again.
Okay, so, I did decide to bring Solus because this is an elven temple, so I figured he'd be interested in that. So basically we got 3 different doors. We got the spirit door, Solus slightly approves. We got the ice door, and we got the fire door. And, considering my personality, I think fire makes the most sense, so let's go fire, shall we? The fire captured. Explore the chamber. Ooh, hello there, loot. We get some influence from that. Oh. Back, ye foul fiend! Do you intend to desecrate this temple with your undead odor? How dare you? How dare you! Okay, good. He's taking a little health potion. He needs that. Ooh, and we're getting a lot of gold from here from all this loot. Love it. Corpse heart. Well, don't mind if I do. Nothing like being able to use the power of necromancy for my benefits. And it appears that Iron Bull has already gotten himself injured in some way. Don't know how, but he did. But anyway, oh, yep, there's more loot here. Superior Enchanter Coat. That could be... Okay, that room came out of nowhere. You all saw that.
Beninus!
Who the fuck is Beninus? I am confused. Who is Beninus? Oh well, let's open this, shall we? Fire Essence and Belt of Fire Resistance.
Are you alright?
Fire Resistance +2. Not fun.
Whatever it was, I feel fine.
I'll take your word for it.
You
The
better.
magic was drawn to you, possibly because of your mark. The effects were purely benign. If it wasn't a trap, what was it? It may be a reward for those who prove themselves worthy.
Well then, prove myself worthy, I shall continue to do. Because, I mean, if anyone is worthy of any reward, it's me. Although then again, I won't just take any reward, because that'd be cheap. Kill them all! More money for me. There are just a lot of fire runes here, fire wards here that are fire mines. And also lots of gold. Gimme. Ooh. This looks interesting. Reinforced Vanguard arm. Oh. Nope. That's less interesting because I don't really care about armor unless it looks stylish. If it looks stylish, I mean sure, but at the same time it's like armor ain't really what I'm gonna care about. Just want to make sure okay, more necromancy stuff, gimme. Oh wait, was there something over there? Oh, there is something over there. Right, let's go around the back of this pillar. Or there is something I can take back there. Move out of the way, everyone. I must loot this thing. Our Raider Sword and Archmage Lightning Stone. Okay, not really that worth, but oh well. Nothing else? Okay, so let's move out of the way. Okay, anything else so far? No. Oh wait, there's that. Got a bunch more gold. I am definitely just making some cash. More fire essence and some intense fire essence. More fire resistance, more fire bending power. And I'm assuming that's what these shards are for, is to just unlock these doors. Seems like it. And I see we have a fire demon. Too close there, fire demon. Or not fire demon, but undead demon. Also, how dare you use a bow as if you think you're gonna be better at using the bow than me? How rude of you to assume such things. See this? I can blow you up with my bow. And even better, I don't have to use the ability to blow things up. But I can get set on fire pretty easily, especially if there are a bunch of fire mines everywhere. Yeah, that's right. You ain't too immune to fire either now, are you? Okay, well that's that settled. Alright, let's loot everything, take everything that they've got. Surprisingly, they have some valuable things like ring velvet. I had no idea there was a velvet for rings specifically. But now I do know. Interesting. And they have a bunch of gold. So like, how they got that gold, I do not know. But at the same time, I do not question it. Corpse brain. Okay then. Interesting that it would be taken in as a valuable. Then again, necromancers will like
Varric,
it. They will love
you
it.
fought Corypheus once before,
Not my fondest memory, but yes, I did.
and you killed him. You are certain of his death.
Yes? What's on your mind, Chuckles?
He survived the explosion that destroyed the Conclave. If he can live through a blast that levels a mountain top, we would do well to determine how.
Even if we knew, would that help us? The Wardens couldn't kill him, and they had 1,000 years to figure it out.
That's pretty bad, yeah. Sorry, I just really want to be able to find all the gold I can get because I just want it all. I have to make use of it. And, oh, 230 now. Don't mind if I do. And also, let's look in here. Intense fire essence, pure fire essence, master fire rune, and sigil at the Highland Ravager. All of that, and the superb belt of fire resistance. There we go. Now I have all the fire resistance the world can possibly offer me. You think you can now just use fire to burn my skin? Bitch, please. The fire recedes from my beauty, and it would not dare try to harm one such as I in my divinity. Now, first things first, I do have to go ahead and just... Oops, not that. I do have to go ahead and equip this now. Superb Belt of Fire Resistance. Don't mind if I do. And Amulet of Magic. I'm gonna keep the Amulet of Aggression. Let's see now. Enhanced Amulet Ring. I'm pretty sure that'd be for, like, Dorian, probably, since he is the fire user. Next, I'm gonna go to this door. The Spirit Bombed. Do a little trial by spirit. Explore the chamber. Don't mind if I do. And also collecting some gold. Back ye undead beings! Definitely giving me plenty of power too. Are they dead? Yeah, they're dead. Alright then, I definitely want to be able to collect all the gold I can, because I do remember that mystery box in Valroy. I wonder what it has. I wonder if it's like supposed to be some sort of secret or something like that. I just want to figure out what it's about. Even if it's a prank, I want to figure it out. If it was just a waste of money, I feel like it'd be just great for recording, honestly. I have to figure out what it's for. Spirit Essence, Belt of Spirit Resistance, okay, and oh, helps me with a superior tower, and oh, Spirit Resistance, don't mind if I do. Oh, and I also need it for Way of the Tempest. Oh, okay. Okay, I do not have enough,
We need more shards.
I do not have enough shards to unlock that door, but, I suppose that'll just be where the journey in the temple ends at the moment. We will be back, though. We will be back. We just need to collect more shards, is all. And, leave this temple as well. Perhaps maybe this elven temple. I mean, if Corypheus thinks he's going to be some god with elven artifacts, then obviously the whole point of my journey in this Temple of Pride is to be able to make certain, like, hey, Corypheus, you want to be able to prove yourself to be a god? Well, tough shit, this is an elven temple, meaning that it's ours to gain divinity. But first, we are gonna head elsewhere, and I'm gonna do what I did in the previous version, and that is meet Vivian, the Imperial Enchanter. Vivian de Fer, the first enchanter of Mont-Simard, has extended an invitation to her salon at the Chateau du Bastion de Ghislaine. Let us travel and meet a new companion, shall we, messieurs and madames? But yes, at the very least, we were able to complete all the trials by fire and gain a lot of fire essence from it. Perhaps maybe soon I might be able to prove my divinity through my invulnerability to fire.
Inquisitor Lavellen?
I mean, that's my clan, but I myself am not Lavellen.
A pleasure, sir. We so rarely have a chance to meet anyone new. It is always the same crowd at these parties.
It
So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer. Or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here on business? I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot imagine half of them are true.
I am here for Madame de Fer. You need not worry. And now a little bit of investigation. You know of me?
What have you heard about me?
They say Andraste herself delivered you from the Fade to battle the old gods for the fate of the world.
Well, not necessarily Andraste. I am an avatar of one of our elven gods by the mixture of Cain, Karnos, and Isha. I'm pretty sure those are not necessarily the elven gods of Dragon Age, but I don't know who they are necessarily. I'm just going off of Warhammer. Anyway, I am the avatar sent by their combination, sent to bring order through violence and diplomacy, a mixture of all of those things. Madame de Fer?
I'm not familiar with that name. I was
Even though I
invited
know
here
who
by
it is.
First Enchanter Vivienne.
Madame de Fer is a fond nickname the court has given Lady Vivienne.
I've heard she finds it amusing.
Tell me about the Duke.
I've heard very little about Duke Bastien.
He hasn't been seen much at court lately.
His business with the Council of Heralds often takes him from home for long periods. It can't be good for a man of his years.
And of course, there's the civil war. Bastien probably wishes to distance himself from the actions of his one-time son-in-law.
Tearing up the Dales in a foolish bid for power? It will end in disgrace for Gaspard. Everyone knows it.
Oh, indeed it is, unfortunately. Especially since everyone knows not to fuck with the Dales. I should know. Anyway, I have to say this line. You No, I have to. And it is not merely out of pride or arrogance. It is simply because, once again, it is earned, and, you'll see what I mean.
Everything you've heard? Completely true.
Better and better. The Inquisition should attend more of these parties.
Ah, indeed, madame.
The Inquisition. What a lot of pig shit.
Such
Washed up
vulgarity.
sisters and crazed seekers. No one can take them seriously.
Just as I cannot take you seriously.
Everyone knows it's just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
Excusez-moi, monsieur, but do you expect me to take you seriously? When you do not even have a proper Orléans accent? Yours is barely even audible and you expect me to take you seriously? For shame, monsieur, and such vulgarity in the presence of such esteemed company. Just disgraceful of you. You expect me to take you seriously, especially since you have a very large sword to compensate, a very large sword to compensate for other things, I assume, monsieur. Also tell that to the mages, bitch.
I saved the city of Redcliffe and brought the mages to order.
Saving dog lords and bringing their beasts to heel is hardly an accomplishment.
It is a very good accomplishment.
We know
Have you
what your
seen the hinterlands
Inquisition
before I
truly
arrived?
is. If you were a man of honor, you'd step outside and answer the charges.
What charges?
My dear Marquis, how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests.
Very
You know
shameful
such
of him indeed.
rudeness is intolerable.
Madame Vivienne, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear? My lord, you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair. What would you have me do with this foolish, foolish man?
Ah, indeed. What do I do? Well, I do have to say, madame, as much as I appreciate the offer, I am merely but a guest in this house, and I believe it is only fair for you, since you have obviously been wounded by his foolishness, that he is your guest. I wish to see how you want to handle him, madame.
The Marquis doesn't interest me. Do whatever you like with him.
Poor Marquis. Issuing challenges and hurling insults like some Ferelden doglord. And all dressed up in your Aunt Solange's doublet. Didn't she give you that to wear to the Grand Tourney? To think all the brave chevaliers who will be competing left for Markham this morning, and you're still here. Were you hoping to sate your damaged pride by defeating the Herald of Andraste in a public duel? Or did you think his sword would end the shame of your failure? Run along, my dear. Do give my regards to your aunt. I'm delighted you could attend this little gathering. I've so wanted to meet you.
As I have wanted to meet you even though I am quite late, I apologize.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Vivienne, first enchanter of Montsimard and enchantress to the Imperial Court.
What about the Marquis?
Is that Marquis going to pose a problem?
His aunt is the Vicomtesse of Mont de Glace. Not a powerful family, but well respected. And very devout. Alphonse will be disowned for this. It's not the first time he's brought his aunt disgrace, but I'm sure it'll be the last. And after such a public humiliation, I expect he'll run off to the Dales to join the Empress's war effort. Either to make a good end, or to win back a modicum of self-respect.
I see. Well, it is quite an interesting party so far.
Your salon has certainly exceeded my expectations so far.
I'm glad to keep you entertained, my dear. I wanted to meet face to face. It is important to consider one's connections carefully. With Divine Justinia dead, the Chantry's in shambles. But the faithful flock to your banner, pinning their hopes on you to deliver them from chaos. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
Oh, already trying to start the romance route. Well, unfortunately not into women, and I apologize. So, what assistance do you bring?
What exactly can you do for the Inquisition?
I am well versed in the politics of the Orlesian Empire. I know every member of the Imperial Court personally. I have all the resources remaining to the Circle at my disposal. And I'm a mage of no small talent.
Indeed, as
Will
I
that
can
do?
tell, madame. Truly of great talents. Your work inside the court?
Does that mean you'd be aiding the Inquisition from the Imperial Palace?
Ordinarily, I would be happy to serve as liaison to the court, but these are not ordinary times. The veil has been ripped apart and there is a hole in the sky. It is now the duty of every mage to work towards sealing the breach. And so I would join the Inquisition on the field of battle.
Yeah, I definitely was supposed to recruit her earlier than, now. Because the breach already got sealed, but she is still gonna join the Inquisition for that reason, you know. What do you get out of this?
What's in this for you?
The same thing anyone gets by fighting this chaos. The chance to meet my enemy, to decide my fate. I won't wait quietly for destruction.
What are the loyal mages?
You say you led the last of the loyal mages. Loyal to whom?
To the people of Thedas, of course. We have not forgotten the commandment, as some have, that magic exists to serve man. I support any effort to restore such order.
I see. I certainly hope it doesn't mean, she's gonna hate on the, this is gonna be awkward.
You don't care much for the rebels, I take it. Are you aware they've been offered an alliance?
With proper guidance from the Inquisition, I think my colleagues will return to their senses. Surely they will have to realize that their rebellion endangers everyone.
Well, I mean, I suppose that's something. Do you support the Chantry?
Are you devout? What's your opinion of the Chantry?
I was a great admirer of the late divine Justinian V. The Chantry, at its best, unites the disparate cultures of Thedas and looks after its most vulnerable. Had she lived, Justinia could have accomplished so much.
I agree, madame. Well, welcome aboard to the Inquisition.
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Vivian.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
As I am sure you are able to commit. Well, that was a very nice meeting. Although, again, it definitely shows that, we probably should have met her earlier before the, breach got closed, to which I probably should have guessed that, it was, I kinda wish I didn't do it as soon as I did. Let's be real, but, it happened, so, you know, it is what it is. I did what I did, so, you know. But there's still plenty more people to meet, and we'll get to them soon enough. Oh, that's right, I could go switch my mounts. I think I might do that at some point. I am definitely gonna do that at some point, but right now, we'll just do a few things first. As soon as the loading is done. So how have things been with you? I imagine they've been good. I hope they have been. Alright, we're back. Get out of my sight, Sarah! Oh, hello, Vivian!
What a fascinating life you lead, my dear. First you fall out of the Fade, then you're attacked by an archdemon. If you wanted more public attention, you could have just held a ball.
I'll try that
I'll
next
talk to
time.
Josephine. Maybe we can get matching gowns before the next attack.
I've got a tailor in Val-Wayor who can work miracles, my dear. But not those sort of miracles.
Oh.
You left yourself vulnerable to attack. It was a miscalculation, one that I'm sure you won't repeat. But the enemy struck a serious blow against you and the Inquisition. We must recognize that.
Yes.
You must.
Corypheus will pay for this, I can assure you.
I'm not going to forgive what happened at Haven. Corypheus will answer for what he's done.
You're angry. Good. Anger can save you when everything else is gone. Just make sure you put it to good use. Our enemy advances, Inquisitor. We must not sit idly by. Act first and teach them to fear us. You can become the leader the faithful require, but you must do it soon.
I shall keep that in mind, madame. But first things first, I have some business to attend to. Business of leisure, if you will. Codex unlocked, Empress of Fire. And let's see, can we get a camera angle showing him? Hello, I am
Good work,
Bull.
boss. I like how this Inquisition is coming. Next time you're free, why don't you come grab a drink? I'll introduce you to the Chargers.
Oh. Tell me about Sahara.
Can you tell me more about Saharan?
It was a damn ugly place. Only getting uglier when I left. Between the Fog Warriors, the Talva Shoth, my people, and the Vince, you were lucky to go a day without blood. What do you want to know?
Tell me about the Saharan natives.
What are things like for the natives of Saharan?
I remember one guy. He made these things, fish wrapped in thin bread. Nice guy. Talk to him every morning. So, one time I'm asking about his bad back, and I see he's nervous, trying to tell me something with his eyes. Next thing I know, his assistants draw knives and come at my team. The rebels had forced him to poison my food.
What happened?
And then?
I'd seen how nervous he was, so I hadn't eaten anything. A couple of my guys weren't so lucky. We killed the rebels. I lost 2 men to the poison, another to knife wounds. My friend who made the fish wraps died with a knife in his throat. Close quarters fight. He was caught in the middle. That is what things are like for the natives of Saharan.
Horrible. Tell me about the Fog Warriors.
What were the Fog Warriors like?
They were the worst of the rebels. They trained for stealth attacks. They made this fog. I never saw any mages, so I figured it was alchemy, not magic. They were almost invisible in it. I'd be on patrol in the market square. The fog would roll in, and before I knew it, half my squad dead without a sound.
Sound impressed.
It almost sounds like you admire them.
They didn't use poison. They didn't hurt civilians, and they were damn good fighters. You have to respect that. Plus, they hit the Vince as hard as they hit us. Hearing some terrified Magister scream, "My slaves! Where are my slaves?" in the fog always put a smile on my face.
It would to me as well.
Tell me about the Talva Shoth.
When Canary can't handle the fighting in Saharan or lose faith in the Qun, they go rogue. They flee into the wilderness and turn into bandits, attacking everyone. They're vicious, savage. You look at them and you can see why my people needed the Qun to stay civilized.
I'm not gonna ask this question because I know it'll make him mad, but, well... I mean, he's not a Talvashot because he is clearly still serving the Qun. He's just working as a spy, basically.
Tell me about the Tevinter people you fought.
The Vince sent forces to Saharan every autumn. Guess they didn't like the summer heat. We had some good fights on the beaches, standing in knee-high water foaming red with blood, ships on fire around us. The cities were worse. Free bit of advice. Don't let the Inquisition forces get suckered into urban combat.
Why do you hate Tevinter forces so much? What makes them so bad?
It's not their armies. It's their spies. They bloodied Saharan year-round, killing loyalists, supporting rebels. Alam had no city administrator. Nobody would accept the position. The last 4 who held it died inside a year. Trying to conquer a country is one thing. Making it so nobody can live there, that just screws everyone.
It does.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
It was. Now, about...
How you doing?
the drinks.
You said we should go get some drinks and meet your company.
Yeah, come on. It'll be fun.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
Ah, good. We're not drinking alone. How you doing, creme de la creme?
Your worship, I'm so glad he has someone new to hit with that joke.
Creme isn't too bad, Does he ever stop?
Is he always like this?
I'm afraid so. The chief loves his nicknames.
Hey, when I was growing up, my name was just this series of numbers. We all give each other nicknames under the Qun.
They ever wear shirts under the Qun, chief? Or do they just run around binding their breasts like that?
It's a harness, creme.
Yes, for your pillowy man bosoms. Let me know if you need help binding. You could really chisel something out of that overstuffed look.
Is it, getting a little bit heated, or is it just me? I mean, after all that fire resistance, I shouldn't feel this hot, but, you know, whew. Alright then, So, when did you know?
Did you always know?
Yes. It's not the most fortunate thing to know about yourself growing up in Tevinter, one rung above slavery.
In Kunadar, creme would be an Akunatlak. That's what we call someone born one gender but living like another.
And Kunari don't treat those Akun people any differently than a real man.
They are real men, just like you are.
Maybe your people aren't so bad after all.
Don't get your hopes up, creme. We still come down hard on the back talk. Anyway, here's the rest of the chargers, or what's left of the rest. A lot of them went looking for stronger drinks. We've got Rocky and Skinner there, and over there are Stitches, Dalish, and Grim. Crazy bunch of assholes, but they're mine.
That's more than you could probably ask for. But, you know what? Gotta appreciate. Love that the Qun are so accepting of people being as they are. I love it so much. Anyway, how'd you get here, Skinner?
So, how do you join the Chargers?
Killed some people.
Skinner didn't take kindly to nobles testing their new swords on the elves in her alienage.
Bull took me in. Now I get paid to kill shams.
This is actually really good behavior for her. She's not marking her territory or anything.
Love that. What's your story, Grim?
Grim, is it?
Grim doesn't talk much. I'm pretty sure he's the lost king of some small country, or chieftain, something like that.
I'm starting to get some ideas of who you wanted me to present myself as, considering, you know, similarities. Where are you from, Rocky?
Were you born on the surface, or are you from Orzammar?
Orzammar. I got exiled.
Oh.
Stupid noble crap. Also, I accidentally blew up a bit of the shape rate.
Rocky's one of our best sappers. He can take down enemy fortifications faster than a golem.
I'm also working on my own version of Kunari black powder. I've almost got it.
Yeah, you really don't.
Well, at least he's trying. Why leave your clan, Dalish?
Why aren't you with your clan?
Our keeper thought I should see the world a little.
Dalish don't have Templars, so they can't have too many mages in a clan at once.
Now, sir, you know I'm not a mage. That'd make me an apostate.
You carry a staff, Dalish.
It's a bow.
A bow with a giant glowing crystal at the tip.
Yes, it's for aiming. Old elven trick you wouldn't understand.
Well, I definitely need that for my bow. I'm gonna need to think about that.
I take it you're the company healer.
Yes, first time I ever picked up a sword was when the Blight hit Ferelden. Never put it back down.
He makes a potion that'll put you right back on your feet after even the toughest fight. It tastes terrible, though.
That's because it's a poultice, sir. You're not supposed to drink it.
I am impressed.
You've got a good company, Bull.
Ah, we do all right.
Man can beat the Chargers, cause what hits you where it hurts. Unless you know a tavern with loose cards and looser skirts. For every bloody battlefield will gladly raise a cup. No matter what tomorrow holds, our horns be pointing up. Yeah!
Thanks for coming by, boss. Glad you could meet some of my team.
Anytime, my dear. Anything else, or
Damn, these are good. Are these nuts or seeds or whatever? They're good.
Tell me about your troops.
I'd like to hear more about the charges.
Always happy to talk about my guys. What do you want to know?
Tell me about Krem.
I'd like to know more about Krem.
He's a good soldier and a better second in command. The troops need someone to complain to when I'm being a hard ass. He's good for that.
But you hate Devinter.
You don't have a problem with him being from Tevinter,
Nah,
but you hate the Vince.
sure, but he's not a Vint. He's just Krem. I can get worked up about a group or a nation just fine, but people, it's too much work to hate them one by one.
Now, I normally would not say this, but I think Iron Bull's response to this question, honestly, I think a lot of people could learn from it.
You don't have any problems with him being a woman?
He's not a woman. Look, I've got horns, you've got pointy ears, and those freaky big elf eyes. We're probably not the best people to go around deciding what's normal. Krem's a good man. I don't give a nug's ass that it's a little harder for him to piss standing up.
That. Learn from it.
How did you start the group?
It's easy to make a name for yourself as a merc when you're a head taller than most folks. I spent a year or two working for Fisher's Bleeders, but their captain was crap. Figured I could do better. The best folks in the Bleeders agreed with me, so we split off.
What about Fisher?
I imagine Fisher disagreed.
He came at me. I snapped his sword in half, and we talked things out over drinks.
Yeah, just like, you know, look, dude, I snapped your sword in half. How about we just talk? It's much better than the alternative, you know?
What are the craziest jobs you've ever taken?
Besides this one, there's a lot of violence between the nobles here, but that's standard work. The fun stuff is when they party. They always want to impress each other, and that means getting something shiny. We've hunted wyverns, fought through caves to find some old magical crap, even went giant baiting once.
I have to imagine that the sword actually, he just like caught it with his pecs, and then he just turned around like, boom, sword snapped. That's how I'd like to imagine it, for no particular reason at all whatsoever.
What's giant baiting?
So this old guy, Comte Van Chess, has some kind of a pageant planned, but he needs a giant, which is off in some damn cave. He's got some kind of rare charm to control the giant, but no way he's going into that cave himself. So we go in, kill some spiders, find the giant, and wake it up. It attacks us because, of course, it does, and we let the big bastard chase us outside where Van Chess is waiting.
That was actually your plan? To let a giant chase you?
Yeah, we had to stay out of reach, but close enough that it wouldn't give up. It was tricky. Good news is the giants are slow. Long as my guys ahead could clear out the spiders, we were fine. Bad news is the giant spiderwebs slow you down a bit more than you think.
But at least Comte Van Chess got his giant for the pageant.
Turned out that charm was a phony. Giant ate the poor guy alive. It's okay, though. We still got paid.
Well, that's always more than you can ask for, really.
You have people from plenty of different backgrounds in your group.
Yes, well, when you're in Orlais and you look like me, you can't be picky about who you take in. A lot of them got turned away from other companies that didn't want a knife here, or a crazy dwarf. Their loss. You get my back in a fight and carry your own weight, you're good with me.
I like that.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
Always nice talking with you, Iron Bull. Fortunately, that's where the conversation ends, so, you know. Anyway, so, let's see. How about we go ahead and do some important business in the war room? My company, to the war room at once. Last door, and then the big door. Alright, let's get some business done. Enter the War Council. things first, we got reports to read. Let's start in Ferelden as normal. Hardin Hightown Unsavory Parallels. A letter has arrived at Skyhold addressed to nobody. No one saw the courier who brought it. You encroach upon the domain of higher powers. You will answer to us. The letter is unsigned except for a wax seal depicting 6 crossed swords. Also, here's this amulet of power. Well, why, thank you. Okay, so that one's completed then. Power for a price. A formal document with impeccable filigree. The Inquisition is a sight to behold, a command of legions, hearts, and minds. It is worthy. Your Inquisitor is worthy, and my masters are pleased. I will bring my wares, and together we will extend your reach ever further. Now you trade not just in treasures, but in will. The esteemed Ferris, the representative. Get some influence from that. Very nice. Glad to hear that. Let's see.
Have you heard anything?
That one.
Not yet. I'll let you know as soon as I do.
Alright, and let's go to Orlais, read all the reports there. Investigate Hunterfell. A letter to Liliana with information on the Bard. I have heard only rumors, I fear, but it is said that her most intriguing aspect is her voice. It is of a unique quality different from most Orlasian bards who are human or elven. Okay, so we can continue investigation, and we get some gold out of it. Nice. Stop the war between Navarra and Tevinter. Inquisitor. Though the efforts of hundreds of negotiators, allies, and a few personal connections, Navarra and Tevinter have grudgingly issued orders for their soldiers to return to their respective cities. The contested land has been split down the middle. I'm not entirely sure if that'll make them happy. I mean, we kind of know how splitting land randomly worked for the Middle East, so... We have averted the war today. I will add nothing more, for there is no higher reward to ask for. Proudly, Ambassador Monteliet. Okay, so we gain 100 influence and Blade of Tidarian. I'll take it. Observing the deadlock. Despite their intent to craft a political entity to oppose us, these noble families are too embroiled in their own conflicts to even acknowledge us. We have acquired some additional trading partners who are tired of waiting for a winner to emerge. Get 130 gold, very nice. And finally, a friend in Corinus. My lord, considerable as your support has been, I'm saddened to report my motion died on the Senate floor. Although I am hardly surprised, my fellows in the Magisterium don't enjoy the thought of having their freedom limited in the motion. Oh, doesn't that sound familiar? There's a threat, but oh, it'll impact my freedoms in some way, in some small manner, and it's not even necessarily a freedom, it's just my comforts, my something that that isn't even a freedom. It's just, I don't know, I feel like something about me will be impacted slightly. You know who I'm talking about. That was, however, hardly the point of the motion. It was a statement that needed to be made, and your support allowed me to make it far louder and clearer than I ever would have on my own. So I thank you with any luck. This will draw support from those who feel as I do. It will also draw fire from Venatori cultists still in the shadows, but I say let them come. I will not back down in the face of such fools. I'm sending along a few things which I hope will aid your efforts, and we'll see what more I can drum up. Give my love to Dorian. The poor boy is such a hothouse orchid. He must be wilting in the cold. Magister Maverus Tilani. And we get an apostate staff blade, okay? Well, let's continue on it. The Tevinter Resistance. I received some news from Maverus. It seems her little resistance has drawn support, just as she hoped it would. Thing is, that support comes in the form of idealistic magisters with no real power. While the ones who might see her group as a threat are the true heavy hitters, reading between the lines, I'd say Maverus is in more hot water than she lets on. She's crafty, but she could use more help right about now, or the resistance might die on the vine. Up to you, but if you ask me, any enemies of the Venatori should be friends of ours. Okay, allow me to handle this. Eliminate one of her enemies, and the rest will believe she can strike at them with impunity. They will back off. The Inquisition is now a force to be reckoned with, even in Tevinter. Openly declare our support for the resistance. Cullen is gonna finish this in less time. Send some Templars north, disguised, of course. Real Templars, the sort who can disrupt magic. That should be all the help she needs. I don't how we got any Templars, but we'll go with your idea.
Inquisitor.
Because I think that's a good idea considering the Imperium is very magic-based. Continue investigation. Let's see what we can get. An excerpt from a Ben Hassarath information report. We still have neither race nor background information on the Venatori agent in Hunterfell. The Bells are effectively nobility in the city. Any information about them is protected. We have confirmed that the Talva Shoth, whatever else she may be, is not a mage. Whether she is or was one of Duke Tithus' lovers, she now appears to be in a relationship with the smuggler. An Orlasian woman in Hunterfell might have a fondness for items from home. Perhaps I can find out what she wears. A Talva Shoth cannot hide her reputation easily, no matter how protective she is. Let my ladies ask about her. I'll let Liliana handle this.
Inquisitor.
Truth or Dare, the Imperial Court. A letter addressed to Vivienne lies opened on the table. A note has been added to the top which reads, Josephine, darling, you should take care of this. V. My dearest Vivienne, you cannot have heard the shocking allegations against the Inquisition, or surely you would never have been seen with them. Allow me as a friend to open your eyes. People are saying that Divine Justinia is indeed alive, but that the Inquisition, her closest advisors and most trusted servants, have orchestrated all this chaos on her orders. That it was Seeker Pentagast and Sister Nightingale who sabotaged the conclave in order to eliminate opposition within the Chantry, and cut off the heads of the Mage Rebellion and Templars in a single stroke. To save your own reputation, you must escape this acquaintance immediately. With deepest concern, Viscountess Elodie de Moray. Okay, now this is some conspiracy levels of bullshit. Like, Trump-level conspiracy levels of bullshit. It's like, what? This is completely the opposite of Divine Justinia's personality, as far as I have been told. Like, every time people have mentioned Divine Justinia, it's like, the worst people see her as naive and idealistic, and the best, like, she legitimately cares about other people and is willing to do anything she can to make things better. Like, why would she do any of this? Because this is, like, the opposite of who she is. Like, trying to orchestrate chaos to do what? I just don't think that's how it works. We need the support of the nobles to combat this rumor. I can arrange a few key visits. Alright, well, I'll let you handle that, Josephine.
At your service.
Alright, and we shall leave things be. However, let's see. Could go to Empress de Lyon. I think I will do just that. I will still have plenty enough of power when it comes to, oh wait, hold on. I do still have those soldiers in Ferelden that still need to be freed, so, why don't we actually go over there a little bit? Yeah. Yeah, we should probably go over there and help those soldiers after all this time of not really going over there. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, we'll bring Blackwall, we'll bring Vivienne, and we shall bring Ironbull, obviously, because Ironbull is main bay, my main bay. Never gonna leave without him. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue onward. We have a few minutes before we have to end the video, but you know, let's just get what we can done.
Thank you for coming. Maybe you can solve this mess. Our missing patrols are being held hostage by Avar, barbarians from the mountains.
What are they doing in a bog?
That's the thing. Their leader, he wants them to fight you, because you're the Herald of Andraste.
Why?
What do they have against Andraste?
Well, the Avar think there are gods in nature, as in the sky has a god and the forest. The Avar say you're claiming to be sent by one, and they'll challenge the will of your god with their own. I think their leader's just a boastful little prick who wants to brag he killed you.
Well, he'll regret it.
I've survived demons. I think I can handle myself against some southern barbarians.
Yeah, you'd think. But they're a brawny bunch. Getting to our troops won't be easy. You'll have to fight your way through undead. Wait, you're not squeamish about undead, are you?
Hardly.
They're only corpses possessed by spirits.
Right. Nothing to fear. The Avar are holed up in the castle on the other side of the fallow mire. Make her willing, the Inquisition's people are still alive.
Hopefully they are, considering how long it took me to get to this place after trying to do everything with the two Vinters, and apparently there's a mission over here. Requisition officer, you have something?
If you have a moment.
Report.
What is it?
This may be worthwhile.
Alright, thank you. Follow my geological survey. Okay then. Now then, I have a couple of things I need to... I know I can do the Dwarven Puzzle Box, but let's see. First things first, mining equipment. Let's get that handed in. Mining operations at the Oasis were abruptly stopped, but with sufficient equipment they could easily be resumed. Reward 1 power. Excellent. Skyhold Garden. Let's make it. Gotta have the most beautiful gardens in all the world. Invest in the garden space to increase utility when reflecting the Inquisition's need. Increasing the ability to grow herbs or create a chantry space to gather resources from the faithful. Alright, well now we got that. And yeah, this is gonna have to be saved for later. But we finished a couple of things, and Vivian can level up, so let's go ahead and see what we can do for you. You seem like an ice person, a winter person, so let's get you some of that stuff. Winter's Grasp. Let's get some of that. Winter's Chill. Or Winter's Ruin. Nah, let's do Winter's Chill. Fate Step. You let invisible waves of magic carry you forward, blurring ahead a short distance. Gonna have Frost Step. Frost Mastery, Winter Stillness, Mana Surge. And, let's see, we still have plenty of... Wall of Ice. You raise a wall of ice to keep enemies at bay. Ooh. Ice Mine. You mark the ground with a glyph that takes a short time to prime. Once it is ready, it will freeze the first target to step on it. Brittle Glyph. While frozen, the victim of Ice Mine loses all armor protection. Ooh. I do like that. Chilling Array. You now create multiple mines directly in front of you. I do like breaking armor, so, let's do this one. And Wall of Ice, Glacial Strength. Wall of Ice creates a larger wall, and you can cast it more often. Ring of Ice. Wall of Ice now encases your target inside a ring. Let's do that one. Ice Armor. You draw on cold magic near you to protect you from attacks. Standing near a frozen enemy or persistent cold spell reduces all damage you take. Ooh, that one. And finally, Blizzard. You summon a freezing blizzard to chill and damage enemies caught in an area. Yep, I'm full on making her an absolute ice mancer. I don't know what the ice version of pyromancer is, but or what the proper name is, but you know what I mean. Ice Storm. Your blizzard now chills enemies, progressively slowing them until they are frozen. Blizzard continues without your having to sustain it. Ice Storm. He now has full ice powers. Alright, let's see what we can investigate here. Oh, there's a house over there. I'm gonna investigate it.
Should we look around?
I would assume so. Oh. Short note. Helen, I won't be in tonight. Rupert said he had a surprise for me. He teased me by saying Lady Pesley, which he always does when he's trying to impress me, by pretending he's not impressing me. Don't tell Mum where I am. I made fresh porridge in the red pot for both of you. I'll care for her tomorrow. I promise. Lucia. And, oh, Blackwall can level up, so let's also take care of that. Let's see, what can we get for you? Everlasting Barricade lying in the sand no longer has a cost or cooldown. It lasts until you cancel it. Protected area increases, making it even harder for enemies to pass by. And no further, let's do that one. Okay. Before Andrastianism, Forgotten Face. The teachings of the Andrastian Chantry have been part of Theodosian lives for over 800 years. The Chantry guides us and teaches us. We are made humble in the knowledge that we have sinned, and yet we are inspired and given hope through Andraste's stories and her song. But Andraste died almost 200 years before her emperor Cordilis Draken established a chantry and spread the chant of light. In those terrible years, Theodosians were lost. Crying for salvation, they took to anyone and anything they hoped could give them the answers they so desperately sought. Some returned to well-known faiths like Tevinter Imperium's cult of the Old Gods, which we hold accountable for the curse of the Blight and the Darkspawn. But others found their own paths, following false prophets and making false gods out of men. Many of these religions have disappeared, dying out with their adherents, like the Daughters of Song or the Empty Ones. Others, like the Blades of Hissarian, may still lurk in the hidden corners of our world. This book aims to remember them so that we may find compassion for those who lived in those dark times, and also for they who, even now, are lost and turn to the shadow trying to find light. From before Andrastianism, the Forgotten Faiths by Sister Ronduin of Tantervale. Very assumptive of you to be all like, oh, you poor people just following other faiths. Let me show you why you're wrong. Ornate silver necklace. May our love endure. Bottles of Phaedos, Garbog's backcountry reserve. Likely dropped to avoid seizure by authorities or because of seizure due to drinking it. Garbog only brewed from 874 to 892, blessed. Killed when the vapors in his beard spontaneously combusted. Well, at least I found that, I suppose. What other things can we find here, I wonder? Other things we can investigate up north, or is that just how we leave? I assume it's probably how we leave, but I just want to make sure is all. Okay, it does say that's how we leave. I just want to explore things, that's all. Well, damn, that was extremely close to the camp. And also me. Jeez, I have to wonder what the fuck that's about. Discovered Fisher's End. Well, I am an explorer. It is in my blood.
Look, signs of a plague.
I'd guess that the afflicted never made it far enough to spread the disease past this bog. It's fortunate. Waterborne diseases are often painful.
Yeah, that does sound pretty right. Anyway, let's loot this. Igneous staff. Well, it's a basic staff, so not really useful. And collecting some elf root for a better courtyard. And something to claim for the Inquisition. Light of Andraste. There is a wind-weathered inscription on the statue. Commissioned in 655 storm by the illustrious Ban Hargrave, protector of the Fallenmire, to commemorate the completion of her keep, and to thank Blessed Andraste for her good fortune. Wow. It's pretty big. Take some more elf fruit. Don't mind if I do. Let's investigate more abandoned houses. See what was left behind. Diary of Peter Marsh. The gardeners are too sick to save, everyone says. Grandfather and my brothers barricaded them in their own house so they wouldn't make anyone else sick. Yelled at me for watching instead of helping. Said it was for our own good. There's no more lights in the gardener's home. Ravane. Nowhere in my travels, not in the heart of the Imperium nor the streets of Orzammar, have I felt so much an outsider as in Ravane. Josephine's ready to report in? Okay. The chant of light never truly reached the ears of these people. The years they spent under the thumb of the Kunari left most of the country's zealous followers of the Kun. But resistance to the chant goes deeper than the Kunari War. The Ravani refuse to be parted from their seers, wise women who are in fact hedge mages, communicating with the spirits and actually allowing themselves to become possessed. The Chantry prohibition against such magical practices violates millennia of local tradition. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genitivi. I always have to say it like that. Undead behind you! Excuse me, sir. You are not allowed to swing that at me.
This can't be all of them. There must be more further in.
Probably are. Let's go find out, shall we? Thoroughfare.
Careful. Disturbing the water draws them out.
Not a good thing we have more undead to kill. Besides, this should help with providing some stability of sorts. Also, how dare you wave that bow around as if you're better than me with it? Rude! I shall blow you up for such a crime. That's what you get for trying to act like you're better than me at the use of the bow. You... to loot from them, or nothing at all. Do you guys know when to sleep at all? Because let me remind you. There we go. Not that hard, see? Rest in pieces. You could have just gotten a regular rest in peace, but you know, you decided to fight me and also challenge me to the art of archery. You refused to listen. This is what you get for refusing to listen. You just show how unreasonable you are by dying. Alright, nothing to loot from them. Let us continue on then.
Is that a beacon of some sort?
Light the beacons and defeat the demons? Well, don't mind if I do, Vivian.
Watch out!
There we go. Oh, hello there, getting a bit close there. So, who shot a poisoned arrow at me? Is it you? Well, I shoot explosives at you. Oh, he's gonna try and teleport away. Don't let him. He doesn't deserve the chance to try and teleport away. Oh no, he just fell down. That makes way more sense. Keep shooting him while he's down. Or stabbing him or whatever. I do the short part. There we go.
We could use these. Lure those corpses out of the mud and fight on solid ground.
Keep an eye out for more then.
Will do. And what's still over here? Oh, a room. Veilfire and the Followmire. The Veilfire messages in the Followmire are largely gibberish and imply a kind of paranoia. Certain letters and numbers repeat. It is possible the writing is in code. These Veilfire runes are interspersed with numbers and mathematical notations. They evoke a clear sense of panic, as if the author was trying to figure out a difficult problem. Well, obviously we all know I'm not going to be doing that part, because I do not do the math here. That's for other people to do. I do not enjoy it. I mean, the part that makes sense, fine, sure, but all the other parts, just why? I do not understand why. I do not understand why they try to make math more complicated than it needs to be. Or why I have to learn the more complicated math that does absolutely nothing for me. I don't get it. Why do they do that? Anyway, it seems like there's stuff this way. Fast travel thing over here. Or is that just what the beacon's for? Probably what the beacon can do. And, oh, something to loot. Don't mind if I do. Obsidian and ram leather. Alright, well I have more obsidian for Way of the Artificer. I'll notice. Anything over here? Some summerstone, what I need for a geological survey. abandoned house over there, too. Oh, there you are. Finally decided to get out of the water. Oops. Improper use of my explosive arrows. Oh well. How dare you try to be better than me with a bow and arrow? Is he down? Yeah, I think they're down, okay. Anything to loot from them, or no? There is more undead, so I guess we'll figure that out later. More things to get some surveys, it looks like. Okay, got all the blue vitriol, now we just need summerstones, which is pretty ironic in a location like this. I'm being perfectly honest, but oh well. And I leveled up, very nice. There we go, nice critical hit, if I do say so myself. Nothing to loot from him? No, apparently not. There is something to loot here. Take the cotton. And let's see, what to level up? Well, there's only one thing to level up, and that is full draw. Takes a moment to line up the perfect shot, but it pays off with a devastating hit that bites even deeper against enemies who aren't injured yet. Ooh, I like it. The final step to archer mastery. Well, there's another beacon over there, but how long have we been recording? I probably should. Oh, okay, yeah, we have been a little bit over the time limit. More geological survey stuff. Need 10 more summerstone. Takes care of you. Okay, yeah, that takes care of them. Good. I'm gonna go ahead and do this, this beacon first, and then...
You know, Viv, you're not bad with that staff.
You will address me as Enchanter Vivienne, court mage to the Empire of Orlais, or Madame de Fer, not Viv.
Oh, right, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am works as well.
Now, you two flirting right there. Vivian, I do want to let you know that while I do appreciate your company, I always may beg. We will keep that in mind. Always. Okay. Anyway, let's read this. Apostate Wildress's journal. Find Widress. This thick journal is half undecipherable. The parts that can be read are splattered with ink as if the author had written them in a hurry. There were years of notes in that book. Years. Who could have taken it or deciphered it? Did someone follow me from a circle? I bet it was Wernham or Clarice. They always were jealous little busybodies if they saw what I've done. The demons I've harnessed, they'd be green with envy. Who's afraid of spirits now, you simpering ews? But I must have my book back. I'll write down the cipher again before I forget. Again, these demons are clever. Can't have them demanding a price for decrypting my own notes. The concoctions I can make with the plants here in safe amounts will open my mind to vistas past the fade. The demons hint it is beyond me, because they wish to undermine me. It's so clear, it's so very clear. Oops, did not mean to shoot, but anyway. Vivienne, my dear. Alright, let's do this again. There they are. Excuse me. Rude. Excuse me, are you trying to compete with a bow and arrow with me, sir? You're undead. I'm an elf. The match should be clear. The elf always wins. Always. No ifs, ands, or buts. Alright, that's 2 beacons taken care of. Spirit essence, don't mind if I do. Alright, now to also see what this rune holds. Veilfire and the Followmire. Staring at this set of unreadable runes conjures up strong feelings of bitterness and arrogance in equal measure. It fades slowly. I see. Well, I think this will be where we end the video for now, so I hope you all enjoyed this video. Give the like button a stab if you did. Subscribe if you want more death in your life. Be sure the bell is tolling for the... Until next time, rest in peace. Bye! Enjoyed today's video? Well, there's plenty more for you to enjoy here. And if you also want to support this small channel, then there is also my Ko-fi, which is available, as well as a Twitter thread that gives you my commissioning info. And if you'd like some traditional art or literature, feel free to DM me on Twitter. Thank you for enjoying the video and for your viewership.